What's up, guys? I'm boy from Taraji Eco Farm, and today we are back again with another video. Today we'll be telling you a few reasons why we moved to the village and what our self-sufficiency journey has been like. So we moved to the village about one year ago, slightly over 1 year ago, and here are the few reasons why we moved to the village.
So the first reason is actually peace and tranquility, away from the hustle and bustle of the city. This place is very quiet, it's very calm, it's very green, it's very nice to the heart and to the mind.
So the second reason why we moved to the village was just to give the kids a bit of space. This is part of our front yard, and we've grown. There used to be a lot of grass here, but we planted a different variety. So it's yet to mature, but they have a lot of space where they can play, and also even just going to the garden to do a bit of stuff to keep them busy. So back in the city, we lived in an apartment, and the only place that they could play in was a car park. There was no greenery around, so this is a very perfect place for the kids to play and just enjoy nature, pluck flowers, and just play with them.
So the third and the major reason why I actually moved to the village is food. Food is a major concern, especially in cities like in Nairobi. Especially the source of the food, the chemicals involved in growing food, and the medicine some people give to the food. And so we opted to come here and we grow our own food where we know the origin, we know what we are feeding our chicken and our plants, and also know that whatever food we're giving our children is safe food for them. So there's three aspects to our food here. First is the eggs that we collect. Our eggs are safe, and in any case, if we have maybe we have a disease at the farm, and you give the chicken, at the very worst part, we give them antibiotics. We have to withdraw from eating the eggs for like 14 days, or sometimes up close to like a month, so they can get back to normal. Now, if you are you're going to buy eggs in the market, you're not sure whether the farmers have withdrawn the eggs or they just keep on selling the eggs like that. So these eggs are safe for our kids and even for us to consume.
Yeah. So back in the city, whenever I used to go out to buy vegetables and fruits and everything, I would ask the vendors, where does your food come from? And do you know how your food is grown, the food that you're selling to us? And a lot of them will not uh, give me a good answer, a satisfactory answer. But there was this one vendor who every time I would go to and just tell him that I have kids, so whatever you're selling me has to be good for kids. And he would tell me, buy this one, don't buy this one. Come tomorrow, I'll have something that is good for the kids. And that tells you a lot about the food safety in our country. A lot of people don't know where their food comes from. A lot of people don't know what chemicals are used in their foods. And for us, it was important to know what is in our food. And that's why we started this vegetable garden. Everything that you can see here is organically grown, and we harvest our own sukuma wiki. So one of the vegetables that we were really concerned about how it was grown in the city was sukuma wiki, also known as collards. And sukuma wiki just means pushing the week. It was one of the cheapest vegetables historically. At the moment, it's not as cheap as it used to be, but we were very concerned about how our sukuma wiki was being grown, what chemicals were being used. Everything, as I said, everything you can see here is organically grown, and we only use compost from our poultry in the upper part of the farm. So one of the other things that we are completely self-sufficient in, we don't usually buy spring onions. And here we have, these are the spring onions. They are all over the farm, even on the lower part of the farm. So these right here are, they're called parsley. I think they are a bit overgrown. We haven't eaten them in a while. But let me just harvest a few that we can use in the house. So we have a lot of fruit trees on the farm. We are yet to start eating any. I think most of them take about 2 to 3 years to mature. So the next 2 to 3 years we should be eating our own fruits. This right here is a citrus, probably a tangerine or a pixie. Uh, we'll see once we start getting fruits. This right here is a plum tree. I know they grow quite big. So probably in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll also start harvesting some plums. Here we have arrowroots. This is the first time that we are planting arrowroot. Actually, this was planted about 2 weeks ago. My husband planted it for us. They're very good for breakfast, and hopefully we stop buying bread very soon because we now have arrowroots. Yeah, so we also have sweet potatoes here. We actually harvest sweet potatoes in the last 2 seasons on this farm. And we also have these very nice potatoes here. We also grow our own carrots. The last season was not very successful, but we planted some more. Yeah, look at this one. It has a very interesting shape. Anyway, let's see whether we have another one. I think this one should be big enough. They're quite huge in terms of width, not that long, but I wasn't expecting. It's funny, I don't know whether it's the raised beds that are causing our carrots to have very weird shapes. So probably they're not able to penetrate the soil, and now they end up just forming these very interesting shapes. Let's see if we can get another one. All of them look the same way. Yeah, I think that's enough carrots for today. We'll get some more when we need them. But you see how big they've grown. Of course, not longer than what we usually get, uh, probably because of the strains in just being able to penetrate the soil. We also have beetroots. It's a bit small. It probably was not fully ready, but we have more beetroots on other raised beds on this farm. So here we have our yellow maize. This time round we just planted yellow maize. It's what the family prefers, and we only have it for breakfast. So as I said, we have a lot of breakfast options from the farm. So hopefully in the future we'll not have to be buying any bread.
So the other aspect of our food security is meat, and mostly consume white meat on the farm. And I'm going to show you that we have our turkeys. You can see over here, they're very healthy. So we actually eat like one turkey every 2 weeks or so. We have one chicken a week, and then we have either duck or a guinea fowl in between there.
So this right here is one of our most favorite snacks to have at the farm. Actually, when these are our first sugar canes that developed, we've eaten about 10 or so sugar canes from here. And so we completely stopped buying sugar cane because after this one, we are going to have this one, the others that are also growing on the farm. And as we said, food security, we know how we grew our sugar cane. It's all organic. So that's why we are very comfortable just having it. Now I'll just get one for us. So this is what we've got for today. The eggs, the lettuce, the eggplants, the carrots, the beetroot, the collards, and the leek. This one right here is a leek. And of course now this nice sugar cane that we are going to snack on just before lunch. So you've seen you can grow a lot of food on a very small piece of land. I think the land down there is probably an eighth or less. And if you're in an urban setting, of course, you can grow your sukuma wiki or collards in a sack in your backyard. You can be able to harvest your own sukuma wiki in your farm, in your own small garden. So don't worry about space. There's also what we call vertical gardening that you can also practice. So we hope we inspired you on this self-sufficiency journey, and keep watching our videos. Remember to share, a like, comment, tell us what more you'd like to see, and yeah, I hope we inspire you to start growing your own food. Bye bye.